7. Informative reports. The very name indicates informative, that is information. The reports that give just information. Isn't it? It means in, in those reports, no analysis of the information is given. Just information is given. I mean, uh, that is whatever data you have gathered, you present the data as they are. You don't make any analysis of the data. Whatever data you have collected by using interview, by using questionnaire, isn't it? You present all those data as they are. Then that is called informative reports. We don't make any analysis. We do okay. We don't give our opinions. Which data are wrong, which are right. We don't say that. We just collect and we present. That is informative report. Is it clear? So before starting further, before moving further, so I want to that is share another screen. Okay, just for 5 minutes. Okay, new share. Okay, so do you see here? Look at the screen. Informational and analytical report. Do you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see. So let's talk about this. Then we will continue that again. Okay. So what you find here, there are different types of reports. We are not going to talk about all other types. We are just talking about informational and analytical reports. I mean, how informational reports differ from analytical report, isn't it? So these two paragraphs will help you a lot. See, so what is given here? An informational report presents facts, only facts. It means no analysis of the facts. Only facts are presented. Facts of a case, problem, condition, situation, without any analysis, without any interpretation, without any recommendation. Isn't it? So we just present the facts. We don't make any analysis of the facts. We don't make any interpretation. We don't analyze. We just present the facts. So that we do in information report. No. The function of the writer of an information report is to collect, compile, and organize facts for the reader. See, these 3 points. Collect, okay. See, that is what is the writer's job here? What is the writer's task here? To collect the data, to collect facts, to compile the facts, and organize, put the facts in proper order. Isn't it? Collect the facts, collection of facts, then compilation of facts, and then putting facts in proper order. Isn't it? So this is what the writer does here in informational report. She is just a compiler who has to present the data as objectively as possible. Isn't it? So the writer is just a compiler. The writer can just present the data as they are. Isn't it? No analysis, as objectively in informational report. In order to write an informational report, relevant information should be gathered. Isn't it? I mean, related to the title, related to the whatever title you have selected to write information report, isn't it? So related information, relevant information should be gathered. The writer gathers, the writer collects related information, right, and presented in a systematic and organized way. So the writer collects the information and presents the information in a proper way, in a proper order, systematic way. So here, examples of information reports are given. Conference reports. Isn't it? Suppose you have recently attended any conference. Now the conference is over, and about that you prepare the report. So that report becomes information report. Isn't it? You just present the facts. Likewise, seminar report. Isn't it? Similarly, you have trip report. Suppose for some project work, you go to field, that is, you go to field, and then you observe the things, and on the basis of that you prepare the report. That becomes trip report, isn't it? So there also, whatever you see, whatever you observe, you exactly present. So these are the examples of informational report. Okay, now let's talk about analytical also, so that it will be more clear to you. Now, unlike an informational report, an analytical report presents data with interpretation and analysis. So now, just opposite. In information report, we just present the facts, but in analytical report, that is, we present the facts, no doubt. Besides this, we also interpret the fact. We make an analysis of the fact. That is, what is right, what is wrong. That also is which one is good, which one is bad. That also we do. So here, the report writer analyzes the facts of a case, problem, condition, or situation objectively and puts forward his her conclusions, inferences, and recommendations. So here, what does the writer do? The writer, present the facts, and then from the facts, the writer derives his own conclusion. The writer gives the recommendations, suggestions. Besides presenting the facts objectively, the writer presents the fact objectively. And besides this, what does the writer do? The writer must reflect a broader understanding of the subject in order to comment on various aspects related to the report. So here, the writer, presents the facts, but on those facts, writer makes comment. Writer makes a comment on the facts. So here, in analytical report, various aspects, comments on various aspects of the report. In order to write an analytical report, the writer should be able to evaluate information and make appropriate inferences, isn't it? That is, makes his own point. So the writer should be able to evaluate, collects the information, then writer evaluates the information. Evaluates means what? That is, judges the information. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? Which one is useful? Which one is useless? Isn't it? Writer makes a judgment, and then gives his own point. Okay, that is inference. So project reports, feasibility reports, market research reports are some of the examples of analytical reports. So these are analytical report. Research report is analytical report. Then project report, that is, if you prepare a small report, for certain project. Suppose you are involved in a 5-year project, and you have divided the project into different small tasks, isn't it? Then after completing certain tasks, you can or prepare the report, and in that report you can give your opinions also, right? So you can make the analysis of the facts. So that becomes that becomes a type of analytical report. Feasibility report. See the simple example for feasibility report. Suppose that is, your college wants to purchase some laptops for the department, and you have been given this task, right? Now, that is, that in the market there are different brands of laptops, right? So that is, you make a study of 3-4 brands, right? And you make that study, you complete that study on the basis of price, on the basis of quality, on the basis of maintenance, isn't it? On the basis of warranty, right? You make a study of different brands, and then on the basis of that is what you do, you make a study on the basis of these points, and then you make an analytical study. You study these brands on the basis of these points, and then you make an analytical study further. Now, which one is feasible for you? You see the price also, you see warranty also, you see quality also, and then you make a decision. of purchasing a particular brand. Then that becomes that is analytical. On the basis of that, you prepare the report and you submit. That becomes feasibility report. Okay, so this is analytical report. So did you understand informational and analytical? In informational, we just present the facts. In analytical, we present the facts, no doubt, but we make an analytical study of the facts. We make an analysis. We interpret the facts, and then we give recommendations. We should give suggestions in analytical report. In informational report, we don't interpret the facts. We don't make an analysis of the facts. We don't give any recommendations, suggestions. We just present the facts. Finished. Is it clear? We present the facts in proper order.
To be only of 27 page, it is the separate slide you have made for the different topic or the different chapter.
यो चाहिँ के त मैले एक्स्ट्रा दिएको हो तिमीले, right? This is the extra information that I have given you concerning information and analytical report. This very part, these two paragraphs I'll send you, isn't it? So these two paragraphs are related to your unit 7. So that's why I have told you. Okay, now let's continue that again. Is it clear? Manish Bhandari?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, this is related information, relevant information concerning informative reports. Actually, in unit 7, we have informative reports. We are talking about informative reports, and that is related to this. And I have given this information here. Is it clear?
So you were telling that I will make a separate slide for the different chapters. So I thought that it is the separate slide. So I asked you.
Yeah, it is the separate. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It is the separate. So relevant information related, to your unit 7. That's why I have told you. So is this clear? Informational and analytical. Yati clear bhayo? Okay, now let's see. Okay, now here another share, new share. Where is our formal report Microsoft screen? I have to stop this here, I think. Okay. This is ours. Okay.
नोट्सहरु चाहिँ हामीलाई प्रोवाइड गरिदिनु ल छिटै यो नोटहरु चाहिँ हामीले छिटै प्रोवाइड गरिदिनु के
ल हुन्छ
पीडीएफ हरु
ल अर्को चाहिँ के त त्यो युनिट 6 को त दिइसके नि
आएन होला सर
गरि त्यो त मैले सेन्ड गरिसकेको छु त्यो गुगल क्लासरुममा छ त्यहाँ हेर्ने नि युनिट 6 को मैले दिइसकेको छु हैन unit wise ma गरिरहेको छु unit 6 को दिइसकेको छु अब यो now after completing unit 7 I will provide this, I'll send this, and that is from unit 1 to unit 5. What I'll do, that is in the vacation, during the vacation I'll prepare that and then I'll send you. हैन अब अहिले फेरि भ्याकेसन आउन लागेको छ नि त्यसमा म गरौला हुँदैन
हुन्छ सर
है unit 6 I have given.
You told the Fuse Classroom or in Google Classroom. I could not find that in Google Classroom. I just checked it.
Okay. Then we will begin. Thank you.
Actually, sir,
Yes.
so I could not found that unit 6 on both Google Classroom and Fuse Classroom.
Let me see. Let me see.
Okay, sir. Yes.
मेरे कहाँ पठाए पठाना तो पठाएं.
Also, I found it is in forum of the Fuse Classroom.
Which classroom?
Yes, sir. In the forum group, with all the assignment were posted in the file, so we checked in the files. We could not found it, but there is in a forum section.
Forum it is. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
It was posted in October 2. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, okay,
Okay, sir.
okay. Thank you. Okay. Now. Okay, then now let's continue. Okay, let's continue. So, have you got some idea about informative report? It is also called informational report. Did you get some ideas? Okay. Now, informative reports. So I have removed most of the things from the text. So here, informative reports focus on, say, read the sample informative reports on the next page. On the next page, you have been given a sample of informative report. So while reading that sample, you can ask these questions to yourself. What is its purpose? Does the writer ask the reader to do anything? Can you determine the audience for whom this report was intended? What would make this report more useful and easier to read? In what field might a report of this nature be needed? I mean, while reading the sample, you are asked to, so you can ask these questions to yourself so that you can have better understanding of informative report, isn't it? The sample is there that you read. This is given here. So now, so here you see. Now concerning informative report, Paisy Heller is sharing her experiences. Paisy Heller is sharing her experiences. See, so according to her, that is, writing must be clear, concise, yet thorough and rich in detail. Right? According, this is her experience concerning informative reports. So she says that whatever report you prepare, informative reports, the very writing, whatever you write there, that writing must be clear, that must be concise to the point, and that is there must be details, thorough details, rich in detail. Then here you say large amount of information in a small amount of writing. She prefers this. Now, many people think that if they write a lot, then that will be good. Isn't it? Information will be clear to the readers. But it doesn't happen so. That is, you should be able to express a lot by using a minimum number of words. Isn't it? And that's not that's a very good job. Isn't it? That is, you should be able to express a lot of things by using a minimum number of words. For this, what you have to do, you have to use appropriate words, you have to use proper words properly. Only then you can do this, isn't it? That is simple example. So let me tell you one sentence. They are the people living next door. These are the people living next to my door, isn't it? So living next to my door. So what you can say, living next to my door, it means in place of this, what you can say, and they are my neighbors, isn't it? This is one of the examples. So here, what she says, that is, don't make the writing unnecessarily long by using unnecessary words, isn't it? So here you can take help of one word substitution, single word. For long expression, for long expression, you should look for an appropriate word, single word, and that you should use. If you use that, then the writing will be effective and that is, you will be an effective author. So see the example. These are the people living next to my door. So what you can say in place of this long expression, you can say these are my neighbors or they are my neighbors, isn't it? So that is very appropriate, very effective sentence. So this is what she favors. Okay. Then then further she says to write a report that is brief and that contains all necessary information. See, so that is according to her, the report should be brief, right? And that brief report should contain all the necessary information, and that becomes effective report. And remember, I have told you many times that is in this business world, people are very busy. They don't have enough time to read a long writing, isn't it? That is in a short period of time. By reading a small piece of writing, they want to understand a lot, isn't it? So that's why these days the readers prefer brief writing, small writing, in which there is necessary information, which contains necessary information, important information, because they don't have time to read unnecessary things, isn't it? So that's why she says to write a report that is brief and that contains all necessary information. So for this, how can we do that? So for this, so her formula is SOAP formula, SOAP, isn't it? So this is the formula that she has developed. By using this formula, we can make our report brief, and that can contain all the necessary information, important information. So what is that formula? See here. Yes, S stands for subjective, right? O stands for objective. A stands for assessment. P stands for plan, isn't it? Now, see, so that is, she gives a very clear example, right? Now, suppose now when you become sick, right? When you become sick, you go to the doctor, isn't it? You go to the doctor. Then the doctor asks you, what's happening to you, right? Then what you do? You tell all the things related to your sickness. You tell all the things, you tell the doctor all the things related to your sickness. So this is what? Subjective, isn't it? This is subjective because you tell the things. This is subjective, your point. Now, then, then what does the doctor do? What does the doctor do? Then the doctor tells you, okay, so I mean blood test. That the doctor writes for blood test, then X-ray, etc. Isn't it? Writes for blood test. So then you go to pathology for your blood test. You go to X-ray room for X-ray, isn't it? So yeah, this is objective, because when you have your blood checkup, and when you get the blood report, when you get the X-ray report, isn't it? That is what? That is informative report. That is informative. Your X-ray report, your blood report is objective, isn't it? It's not subjective. Whatever is there in your blood, that is shown there. Whatever is infection you have, that is shown in the X-ray report, isn't it? So that is objective. Whatever you say to the doctor, whatever you tell the doctor, that is subjective. And your blood report, your that is X-ray report, that is objective. Clear? And then what does the doctor do? That is, A stands for assessment. A stands for assessment. Now, in this point, what does the doctor do? See, the doctor makes an analysis of S and O. S and O. Whatever you have said and whatever your reports says. Clear? Whatever you have said and whatever your report says. Right? Now, the doctor makes an analysis of whatever you have said and whatever your report says. Clear? And then P stands for plan. And then the doctor takes the decision. Then the doctor writes the prescriptions on the basis of these two. The writer makes prescriptions, the doctor writes the medicine. Isn't it? So this is the way, and that is you have to follow when you prepare a report. And then that is the doctor writes the prescriptions, so that becomes the final report of the doctor. Isn't it? So what does the doctor do? Collects data first. That is, the doctor collects data from the patient. Then the doctor collects data from different other reports. Isn't it? That is X-ray report, blood report. Then makes an assessment, evaluates subjective and objective, and then finally the doctor prepares the report. Isn't it? Then that becomes the informative report. Isn't it? Okay. So here that is given. The first bullet states what the patient reports. The second bullet states what the therapist observes and tests. A stands, the third bullet is an analysis of S and O, and P stands for plan. The last bullet is a future intended course of treatment. Isn't it? Okay. Now here, she must read others' reports in order to provide the most advanced and trusted treatment possible. Isn't it? The doctor must read other reports. The doctor must read blood report. The doctor must read X-ray report. Isn't it? That is given. She must read others' reports in order to provide the most advanced and trusted treatment possible. So similarly, when you write any technical report, what do? You collect other books. You go through different websites. You collect different journals. And from those journals, you read those journals, you read those books, you go through different websites. Isn't it? That is, you collect the information from there. And then you prepare your own report. Isn't it? So this is what the doctor does. So here, she must read others' reports in order to provide the most advanced and trusted treatment possible. We dictate our treatments according to the results of research and studies in the field. So those doctors, what they do, they give the treatments according to the result of the research and studies. That is, the doctor reads other reports, and it doctor reads the other reports, and then on the basis of that gives the treatment. So here, technical writing proficiency depends in part on our technical reading skills. See, technical reading skills. In order to have a good technical writing, you must have technical reading skills. Get it? So how to go through technically? How to read in a certain thing technically? If you don't have this idea, then you can't prepare a good technical writing. So this is one of the examples as the doctor does. Is that right? The doctor at first asks the patients, then reads other reports, X-ray report, blood report, then makes an assessment, and then finally gives the decision. So that's why if you want to prepare a good technical writing, you must have good technical reading skills. That is given. So very good experience she had shared with us. So did you understand this one? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then here what is given? Getting started on informative reports. Right? Getting started. How to start? See. So here you have that is informative reports are summaries and abstract, mechanisms description, progress and periodic reports, and news release. What are all these? All these are informative reports. We will discuss one by one, isn't it? Summaries and abstracts are informative reports. So what are summaries and abstract? We are going to discuss. Then mechanism description. What is mechanism description? Progress report, periodic report, news release. All these are informative reports, right? So we are going to discuss here. Now here at first, summary and abstract. See, these two are different, summary and abstract. So let's discuss the highlighted points, right? Before this, I want to show you the sample. See, this is a text. This is a text. And here, this is the long summary of the text, that text, long summary. And it is a short summary of the same text. Your long summary or detailed summary, and it is short summary of the same text. And then it is abstract of the same text. Clear? So here what you find, long summary in detail, short summary in brief, and abstract is smaller than summary, isn't it? This is what I want to show you here. It means abstract is always shorter than summary. Then what we write in summary, what we write in abstract, that you need to understand, right? So what we do here, see, here you have, that is summary and then abstract. Suppose you have a certain text, right? And I ask you to write a detailed summary of the text. And I again give you another question, write a short summary of the text. Isn't it? Then in summary, what you have to do, that is from the given text, you have to select the main points. Main points, right? So in long summary and in short summary, in long summary, you also have to give the details. You have to give the details of main points. Clear? Now in a short summary, you can just mention the main points. In short summary, only the main points, most important points you have to include in a short summary. In long summary, most important points plus their details. Most important points plus their details. Isn't it? And in abstract, only the important ideas. Okay, let's see. So here, that is, a summary is a condensed version of a document. It is a brief version of a document. You have read a story, and I tell you, oh, write a summary of that story. Then what you have to write? You have to write all the important things in brief. All the important things in brief. That is summary. Summaries require writers to do the opposites. Keep only general information and the most important details. In summaries, what you have to do? You have to mention the general information. All the general information you write. And the most important details you give. General information plus most important details you have to mention in summary. Clear? And here in abstract, what you do? Abstracts are more condensed than summaries. And here we present only the thesis. That is the main ideas. I mean, what does the story talk about? You in plus two also you have read. Isn't it? That is different stories you have read, right? So that is, let's say, in about love, you have read about love. So what is that story about? The story ke ko bare ma cha. If you write that point, if you answer this question, what is the theme of the story? the theme of the story, that very theme is abstract. Is it clear? What is the theme of about love? Isn't it? Similarly, what is the theme of that is in a certain poem? Let's say that, isn't it? I can't remember that is first poem in Heritage of Words you have read, grandmother or what? Isn't it? What is the theme of that poem? If you write the theme, that theme is abstract. Theme bhaneko abstract. Is it clear? What is the theme of the story? What is the theme of the novel? That is abstract. Okay. So here, that is more condensed than summaries. We write only thesis. That is the theme. We write main ideas. Okay, now the reports highlights. So here, by condensing reports highlights. Now see, if you are going to write a summary of any report, then what you have to do, you have to write the general information given in the report and the most important details. You have to avoid ordinary details. You have to avoid ordinary details. Only the most important details and all the general information that you have to mention. Okay. So people at upper level of an organization may choose to read only the summary sections of longer reports. Okay, see, that is if you have submitted any report to certain organization, then the reader, the authorized reader of that organization, in place of going through the report line by line, that reader reads the summary only. And from the summary, the reader gets the general information and most important
details. This class will end in 10 minutes.
And even
this class will end in 10 minutes.
Even on the basis of summary, that very reader can make a decision in favor of the organization, isn't it? So that's why that is people at upper level of organization may choose to read only summary section in place of going through the long report. So here, the example given below, I'll show you. Okay. So here, when an oral presentation is given, take notes during the presentation or soon afterwards. Now, in order to prepare summary or in order to prepare abstract, if you have a text in front of you, then you have to read the text. From the text, you make a list of main points. And then on the basis of those main points, you can prepare summary, you can prepare abstract. But if you are listening to somebody's lecture, if you are listening to somebody's speech, isn't it? Right now, you are listening to my lecture, right? And if you note down the main points, right? If you note down the main points, then on the basis of those points, you can summarize my lecture. You can write a good summary of my lecture, isn't it? So if you are listening to some oral presentation, then there you note down the main points. On the basis of those main points, you can remember, right? You can remember the whole oral presentation. You can summarize the oral presentation. Okay. With a written document, read the documents. Okay, that I have already told you. With a written document, if you have any text in front of you, then what you do? Read the document twice. Read the document 2 times. So here, that is, as you read the second time, in the first reading, you read it just so from the beginning to the end. You read it just so in the first reading. In the second reading, as you read the document second time, what you do? You highlight the main ideas. Cross out everything except the main ideas. Then highlight the main ideas only, right? And cross out all the ordinary ideas. Then what you do? Paraphrase main ideas. Paraphrase main ideas. Paraphrase main ideas means what? That is, whatever main ideas you have highlighted, okay? So write about those main ideas in your own language, in your own words. Don't copy the sentence from the text. Don't copy word by word. Paraphrase means you read a text, you find out the main ideas, and by including those main ideas, you prepare a text in your own language, in your own words. Apni bhasha ma, isn't it? So this is called paraphrase, not in the language of the text. Exactly copy karne hoina. That is, you take the ideas and you write those ideas in your own language. So this is called this is called paraphrase. So highlight the main ideas when you read the text second time, written document. Then in the second time, highlight the main ideas and paraphrase the main ideas. Write those main ideas in your own language. Okay. For longer summaries, if you are going to write a long summary, then what you do? Choose a few important details to include. Right? You mention the ideas, main ideas, and then you select a few important details. Not all the details you have to include. Few important details. That is for longer summary. Ideas, main points, plus a few important details in longer summary. Main points plus a few longer details. Okay, that you have to do. For abstract, condense the paraphrased material. In order to write abstract, what you have to do? So say, that is, you have already highlighted the main ideas, and then by including the main ideas, you have paraphrased, you have written in your own language, and then whatever you have written in your own language by using the main ideas, then what you do? You summarize that. That becomes abstract.
This class will end in 5 minutes.
That becomes abstract.
This class will end in 5 minutes.
In order to prepare abstract, what you do? You read a text, isn't it? You highlight main ideas, and by using those main ideas, you paraphrase it. It means you write in your own language. Ani paraphrase gareko jun material cha ni, त्यसलाई के गर्ने फेरि small पारेर लेख्ने. In brief, that becomes abstract. This is abstract, isn't it? Okay, I mean your paraphrase becomes summary. If you write those main ideas include in your own language, that becomes summary. And if you summarize the summary, that becomes abstract. Simple. Abstract is summary of summary. Yati bujhne. Abstract is the summary of summary. So, okay. So in the summary, first sentence, include the thesis or main point of the document using your own words and sentence structure. When you are going to write the summary, in the very first sentence, you mention the main point of the whole document. What is the document about? That you mention in the first sentence. That becomes topic sentence. And then you give the important details. That becomes the summary. Okay, we will discuss in the next class. Yes? Did you understand this much? Yes? Amrit Pandey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अब यो अब हाइलाइट गरेको त अहिले पठाउन त मिल्दैन, यो कम्प्लिट च्याप्टर कम्प्लिट गरिसकेपछि पठाइदिन्छु नि एकैचोटी, हुँदैन? हैन, पार्ट गरेर कसरी फेरि चाहिँ त काटेर पठाउने. लेट्स कम्प्लिट इट एन्ड देन आई विल सेन्ड. अब यो यु हैव द बुक, तिमीहरुसँग बुक छ हैन,